Beautiful day, headed your way. Keep your head up, you'll be okay. Beautiful day, waiting for you. Just open your eyes and see it's true. A beautiful
day. Welcome back to the Booga Box live stream. It's Monday night, Medium Truck Project Monday. Alright, hopefully things are going to go well here tonight. Did a lot of getting stuff going here, so pardon some of the mess in case things don't work quite right. Like I said, playing around with it. I spent most of the day trying to get everything to work right here, so hopefully we're going to be doing okay. Looks like I'm already having... I didn't look at the laptop. That was one thing I should have looked at. But I hope everybody had a good weekend anyway. Glad you can join us tonight. If joining us tonight live or watching us later, I want to thank you all for doing so. Don't forget to give likes, thumbs up, all that good stuff. We're going to be working on the wormholes. Haven't quite gotten too far in it. I got the purple one apart. We're going to start working on the purple one tonight. So... or remaking the purple one. I took it apart just a little bit ago. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and kind of got... Alright, that one there. Okay. Got to get used to the way I've got this going right now. It's kind of a temporary, permanent thing going on right now. Found some wires. Hopefully my audio is going good tonight. That's one thing I had to play with again for some reason. It was giving me issues and played with it earlier today. I think I got it working. So hopefully if anybody shows up, give me a thumbs up if the audio is coming through decent enough tonight. Which does remind me, I'm going to get that turned up. Let's see here. Okay. I think everything's going good now. That camera gets a little jerky though when I hit the table. Alright. Well, what we're going to try for tonight. Internet going good? Yeah, looks so. We'll see how it goes. It was a busy weekend. I got the laser in Friday, and pretty much all weekend was getting it put where it needed to go, and that took me a lot longer than I planned on. I will say that. But, you know, I got it inside. I had to wait till a little bit Friday evening to get it in finally. And then spent the rest of the night rearranging, cleaning off tables, all that good stuff, getting the old laser packed up. On Saturday, while I'm doing all this, I wanted to redo the exhaust system. I had one exhaust fan going for all the lasers. And so I was putting in a second one, so I had to cut out a new piece for installing two fans for the window and all that. So that took a while, and then I had painted up and all that. I'll add in all the new ductwork for it. But got all that done, most of it pretty much all Saturday. Still hadn't kicked on the laser. It was Saturday night I finally got the new water chiller hooked up and made sure I wouldn't have any leaks anywhere in it or in the new laser. And had to read up and learn on how to use the new cooler. Got all that done. So, and then Sunday was more, because I got the laser kind of where it needed to go. I only had really one place it would really fit. There was no other place it was going to really go. There, within about a 5-foot range was about it. So, and I put all the tables where I wanted them, where I thought I wanted them, and they worked okay as the tables were. But when I started putting the equipment on them again and arranging them, going, oh, okay, this isn't going to work. So it's currently on its sixth. Yeah, I think I had the sixth rearrangement of tables. And then equipment on the tables. So, it was quite a journey trying to get everything else in. I still got one table that will be actually going into the other room. It'll be used for when I get the workshop set up outside to do working out there with. So it's a nice stainless steel table. So audio is good. Thank you, daughter. Glad I can have good audio finally. I don't know what the deal was with it. I hope it's finally fixed, but got all that done, and I got in a rolling, adjustable up and down, tilty laptop table that I can use to put my laptop on and roll it around to the different lasers. So whatever I'm working on will be easy. Before the computer was stationary, I kept having to kind of walk back and forth a little bit and hooking up a cord, dragging to it. So that should make it easier too. So tomorrow I'll get to fire it up and give it a few tests and give it its first run on a couple things I need to get done. So we'll see how that goes. Definitely going to have to test it power-wise because it's going to be totally different from what I'm used to. And then just being able to use a different program with it is going to be totally different too. So it'll be a learning phase tomorrow for sure. Hopefully everything goes well. We're hoping. That's why I haven't put up the other laser totally. It's like I need to make sure this is working first, but I think so far everything's been going good. So, but I finally got back to some chainmail today. Other than I don't know, I started about 11 o'clock this morning working on the video, and I got into the program trying to get my cameras all set, and it wasn't showing me any cameras available. And I'm like, well, I have some here that's already in there. So I mean, it all comes down to it was about 90% user issue. I'd say 10% program issue that it just doesn't work the way you would think it should work per se. So yeah, I was trying to find the camera. It wouldn't show me the cameras. I already had the camera kind of set up. I wanted a different scene, the camera to do a little something different, and it was just give me all kinds of issues. I thought I was going to have to reinstall the program, so I ended up going through, kind of figuring out what the deal was. So found all the cameras finally, got them set up in there. I still can't do exactly what I want to do with them, but you know, at least it was working. I finally had to stop. It was about 3:30. I stopped, got that done. I did a few tests, Facebook streams to see how things were going to work, see if the audio was working. It seemed to be working. And so I was like, okay. And then I finally was like, got this stuff out. Well, let's go ahead and get this purple one taken apart. So that has been today's journey. Got a little bit of straightening up to do, but still got more to do tonight. I'm hoping to finish it all up tonight. So tomorrow more, it's just, I still got to wire up the one table with that laser and my 3D printer. Pretty much laid there, just got to finish it up, but it'll be good to excuse me. I think I'm kind of finally starting to get to a point. I think I'm getting caught up where I was hoping to kind of be like 3 months ago. I'm still behind overall, but if I get to this point and get this stuff ironed out, I think things are going to start running a little bit more smoothly. And again, now that band stuff done, that helps. Even though I'm still working a little bit on that, but already working on shirts for next year. So got the lawn kind of starting to get caught back up. It was nice today, and it would have been nice being able to get out there and go. Need to get around and trim up the tree line or the fence line where the trees are growing up between properties here. I got one line here that just is a madhouse. The other ones aren't too bad. I always get a little help from everybody, neighbors help out, when it comes to something like that. This side here, I have a harder time. I don't really do much with it, so I can only do so much on my side. And, but I plan on going through and cutting them up, cleaning them up best I can on mine, do what I can. So I still need to do that. Would have been nice to do it today, but I was like, I need to get this camera work done. Get it done. But I did get a mowing done. Was it Friday? Yeah, before the laser came. Laser ended up getting here a little earlier than it was supposed to, which was nice, and I'd already mowed. But yeah, I was pretty worn out Friday night once I got it inside. Crushed my finger a little bit trying to get it out. It's a heavy beast. So that kind of hurt, and I couldn't put any pressure on it. If my thumb hurts, I'm okay. If even my index finger, if I kind of hurt it, yeah, I'm normally okay because I don't put it. But if the middle fingers and my pinkies, if I do anything with those are when it hurts, where I have a harder time mailing. So that kind of, it wouldn't have had a chance anyway. I did have the table kind of covered with stuff as I was moving things around, and like I said, I'd start putting stuff out, wasn't liking how it was setting up, didn't feel the flow. Down it went, but new exhaust system actually went together pretty nice. I think I got a few extra things that I didn't necessarily need, but if I did need them and I didn't have them, I would have been ugh, and still regretting it now. So this is going to work out nice, I think, too. But now with all that being done, I can get back into getting some more chainmail done. We're going to really push and get the... I'm half tempted to do Wednesday and Thursday with the inlay. I don't know yet what we're going to do on Wednesday. I'd like to, just so I can I need to get it pushed through. As soon as I get that done, I can get the cameras fully situated and moved the way I want. Hopefully the cameras are looking okay. This one, like I said, is going to change. Anyway, the one that's on me, it's a newer one, and I think it's looking okay. I'm kind of happy with it in a way. It took me a little while to figure it out, so I think it's just a matter of replacing the one, and I'll have to run different cords to it because it doesn't use the same power cords and all that. So, but I think I got the computer USB port plug-ins. Part of the issue there, I still need to move some, and I hope that doesn't screw up my OBS. Thinking I'm on a different camera because it's plugged into a different port, which means I'd have to rebuild everything I just did. So we'll see how that happens, because there's not a whole lot here, but I want to kind of change it up a little bit. It's something I've been wanting to do. So you have to give me an idea if you're watching the video. Let me know. Do you like the new camera reviews, the way it's set up here? Should I tweak it some more? Because like I said, if I have to, I might end up having to redo it. I don't know yet. We'll see when the time comes. Well, like I said, when I unplug a USB port and plug it back in, will it recognize it again, or will it consider it a different camera and then have to do the whole thing over? But I did definitely learn a lot today with the issues I had. So in a way, it wasn't for nothing. I did learn what the program can do and can't do, on at least with what I was using it for, trying to use it for. And yeah, once I can get, I think today I finally realized I've talked about needing to get a PCI card for extra USBs, and I think today I kind of realized, yeah, I need to do it. They're not super expensive, so I just need to do it, put it in there, and I think that will help with a lot of my issues, and I can get rid of so many of my USB, what do they call those stupid things? Plug one in, you got 4 of them, extension type things. They're not all that great for things that I'm doing. you know, I have a couple of them that I use them for my hard drives and my external hard drives, and they work fine for that. I haven't had really any issues with that part of it. But I mean, I have quite a few. Like I said, I've got 2 4-port external hard drives. I've got 2 other external hard drives, and then I've got another plug and play one where I can just drop a hard drive in it. I don't have any hard drives in them, but I could fill them. I've got another 4 or 5 hard drives put up that have backup video from years of band stuff, so. But that way I don't have any problem, but whenever I'm trying to use video and stuff, computer's fast enough for it though. I mean, it's an older-ish computer, but it's still got good speed. I mean, graphics cards could probably be updated, but I'm happy with them, so. Excuse me. But, let's see here. I'm hoping, if I can get this done, we're going to finish this one up probably easily tonight, because we're only probably, what, 10 minutes, 15 minutes in right now, so. We'll get the purple one together. We'll kind of start working on finishing up the orange one. Part of the issue I didn't have with testing about putting them together was I couldn't get to my stainless steel wire to make my 1-inch rings. I could before Friday morning. Excuse me. But then I kind of buried it. And it's only halfway buried right now. I could actually get to it and pull it out right now if I needed to. But I want to clean up and get this other table moved out of the way, and then everything will be nice and back to the open area. Hopefully I've been kind of debating too when I did all this. I now have a bigger opening area in the middle of my room, which is nice. I'm going to be using some of that with this rolling table, but it can kind of tuck away when I'm not using lasers too. I'm not needing that laptop, but kind of nice to have the open area to do other things. I can bring out an event table and plop it open if I need it for extra whatever I'm doing. I'll have plenty of room. When I tried to do that before, I was trying to fit it into places and it was a pain in the butt, so I think we made improvements overall and everything back in January, but I think this was a bigger improvement. Plus, I got to get rid of some of my cat blockers that I had been using for the longest time, some of my grid walls and stuff that I had up to keep Marvel from climbing in everything. Since she's no longer down here and back into the Gen Pop kind of, sort of, well, kind of Gen Pop upstairs. I was able to rearrange some things, and, you know, it kind of opens up the space, makes it feel nicer as itself, so. And, you know, I had to do a few other things. I did get rid of the cat wall thing I had for the cat to climb up and down the wall on little shelves. Mostly I did it for Marvel. Buzz used it on occasion, but not as often. And I could tell he was having a harder time doing it, so it's like, hell, we're just going to go ahead and pull that down. And I'm going to work on building him something else, something that's a little more easily accessible for him. He's getting older. We're talking about he's 14 to 15 years old. Definitely diabetes, you know, issues, and giving him issues here and there. Starting to get some arthritis and all that good stuff. So, want to make something a little more easily accessible for him. So, but let me also know, guys, how the video's looking, how the audio and everything's working tonight. You like this setup? Should I try something a little different still? I'm still playing around, trying to have fun with it, trying to change it up a little bit. All right, we've got one more. Yeah, one more row. Then we'll have the purple finally rebuilt. Something to keep in mind when you do that. We're using the same ring count all the way down because of what I'm trying to do with it. If I was wanting to make this a nice sturdy piece, we would have used some contractions in it to get it tighter. probably almost do this if I put one big center ring in it, and you could pull it probably all tight together. But that's not what we're going for in this realm, so. Now, another thing I found out with the cameras, well, these two anyway, when I was playing around with them, whenever I want to show something up close, I'm going to have to make some type of white backing board, or it doesn't have to be white. I tried a couple of different colors. As long as it's solid, to show something off, the focus came into view so much better than when I just try to hold it up. Because the cameras want to autofocus everything, and when you can block out most of that, I mean, it makes sense, and I mean, it's not my kind of new, but I'm not used to doing these smaller close-up things, even though I've been doing this for a year now. Most of my video taking is, you know, wide field of view. I want everything to get in view, so. Been trying to think about that. And now that we got the new laser, I hate taking away from my chainmail time with the laser, but you know, it is what it is. But chainmail related to it, I figured out how I can make up my own turntable style thing, so I can, if you've watched any of the laser etching I was doing for tags and stuff, I was doing them singly and moving it and put another one in. I figured out how I can use the rotary and spin it around. I can load up several at one time and let it go to town, and each one will be right under the laser. And that's what I like about it. I can do full bore, and it does okay. And if I'm doing a full spectrum, it does okay. But if I'm doing individual, I want them centered, everything, I think this is going to speed up everything quite a bit and make it look a lot better. So, and I can use it for other things besides tags, but now only if TRL will get their tags backlisted on their website. I still haven't gotten an email back from them. I needed this freaking call, but I really don't want to do it. I've never actually had to call them. All these years, I've never had to call them. It's always emails. Have always been answered quickly. But right now, I mean, I understand they're busy with all their changing they're doing, but should have expected it with what they changed. I mean, not saying, I mean, I know what websites are like. They suck. Trust me, I get it. But I think I would have been a little more prepared, and I would have beta tested a little bit more to make sure everything was loaded. Because, I mean, what are we at, about 2-3 weeks out, and they still don't even have half their stuff really listed. You know, it's like, yeah, I would have worked a little bit more on before I would have rolled that out. Because I've got at least a $600-800 order probably that I need to get done. And they just don't have everything I need right now. And it's like, yeah, everybody just says, well, call them and stuff. And it's like, I don't want to deal with that. I like just, you know, go to the website, order, go, done. It was so easy before. Like I said, it was quick and easy to order a bunch of, you know. I have to watch myself on the old site. Maybe with the new site, I'll actually spend less. Because the old site, it was so easy to load stuff up. It'd be like, okay, I'll throw another couple of these bags. Okay, throw a couple more of these bags. You know, throw on $5-6 bags, and by the time you add 5, 6, 10, 12 of them, you know, you're up a couple $100 already. Not counting what you already just needed. So, yeah, everything looks like it's still going good. I tell you, this internet has been pretty good. We had a hiccup. Was it Saturday night? It wasn't last night, so it had to be Saturday night. Saturday early night. Everybody kind of had a quick hiccup. I was upstairs, and when I came back downstairs, what was hooked up? Something was telling me something. I can't remember what it was. Like I'd lost the internet connection. That was the first time we had any kind of issue with Google so far, but I think it was a pretty quick hiccup. And it's still been working pretty good. I did streams have been going well, other than my audio. The connection wise, they've been going great. Now it's just now it's a me issue, not a internet issue. So get that ironed out. Hopefully we'll get a semi-smooth week. Oh, I meant to say this at the very beginning of the stream tonight, but I got to give a shout out to my son. It's his birthday today. He is 28, and I know you're 28. Woo, whoopee! If you heard anything about the son story, you kind of understand it a little bit more. But I mean, still, every birthday's good. And I'm old, so to me, he's still my little boy. So, always will be. But happy birthday to my son. Hopefully we will be getting some good information on him here in another weekish at the latest, I think. They have already scheduled something to happen that is a good thing if that happens, but, they're just scheduling it to have it ready because there's so many schedulings needed for everybody else, blah, blah, blah. Better to schedule it now and cancel it if they have to than not because of the wait. So, alright, purple one is now built the correct way. Now on to orange. Finish off our orange. Let's see here. I need right order. Yeah, I should have probably grabbed some tape. I don't have any handy right here either. None up there. I thought I had a second tape dispenser. I wonder what I did with that thing. I knew I had it on my wood bench at one point in time, but that was a while back before the move in January, and since then, I don't know. But I did find where I put my Duck and Nana. It's up on top of my DVD player. I was kicked back the other night, and I have a LED light that I have up on top of my DVD player, Booga box thing that I made a while back on my laser. It started blinking weird. It went out of rhythm. One of the other remotes caught it and changed its settings or whatever. But it caught my eye up there, and then right beside it was sitting my Duck and Nana, and I was like, there's my Duck and Nana. I've been looking for that thing since January. So I found it. Alright. I'm still missing this and that here and there. I'll eventually run across it. So much stuff. Alright, let's make sure we start the right way on this beast. So we don't have the problems of yore. Alright, this is where I wish I had the tape. We'll see how far we get before I decide to get up and grab tape. I hate the way it flips around on me, that's why I like to just give it a quick tape. Yeah. I'll make one more, and I'm probably going to jump for the tape. I've done it without it. It's not necessary. It just, like I said, when I do that, it just flips that ring real quickly. It's like, I don't want you to keep flipping that quickly, I can lay it down, I can kind of do it, but it's slower than if I just tape it and hold it in my hand. It always seems faster that way. Because everything likes to bunch up, and you got to stretch it out. If it's taped, I can kind of pull out the stretch of this with one side taped. Just pull on it. When it's not, you have to kind of grab both sides and go at it. Quick looks. Everything's going good. And I'm going to go grab a piece of tape because this is going to drive me nuts. Like I said, I've done it. I can do it, but it takes longer and it's harder to get it to pull out straight so I can make sure everything stays the right way. So I'm going to grab a drinky. And that's the other thing I want. I want to have one more. I know I keep adding more cameras, but I want to have some cameras I can kind of flip to on now on occasion because my boy is sitting over in my chair. And I want to have a cat camera that I can put on him and show him off on occasion because he's just a silly boy. You guys see him. Well, if you go look at some of my pictures, you'll see him. He's got a little messed up nose, but he's my buddy. We were rolling around in the big open floor today. Now that I have a bigger opening down here on the floor, I got down on our floor and he was rolling over. I was rolling over. I was rubbing on his belly. We were having a good old time. Tape. Alright. So, let's get this. I'm going to leave that in just a little bit open. So when we come around, we can get to it without tape being in the way. Alright, there we go. That'll make it easier. Just lay it down, just grab a ring, slide it up, and off we go. Sometimes that little bit of prep work always helps things. Like I said, when it's laying down, it just wants to flop around this way. I can just grab it, flip the ring over, grab it, come up. Much quicker, easier. So, what else are we going to have going on this week? Really nothing other than trying to get everything else just finished here. Caught up on all of my orders. Haven't been pushing some of my stuff here, but I will begin to start doing that again. But everything's pretty much, when I get an order, I can pretty much finish within a day or two. On most that I've been getting, you know, bracelets, necklaces, and stuff. They're pretty quick, easy, simple. Laser stuff, pretty much same way. If I get a tumbler order, I can pretty much get it, you know. I can get several done in a day if need be, but most of the time I don't even have to worry about that. But we are going to start events coming up here soon. Oh, yeah, crud. Oh. Okay, yeah, I've got some major stuff I need to do tonight that I about totally forgot about. Oh, man. Yeah, it's 23rd. Oh, yeah. Well, I guess some of my evening has just been pre-planned for me because I'm a doofus. I'm not going to say exactly what it relates to till I get it taken care of, but we'll talk about it here soon enough. So that definitely means, yeah, I got to take care of that. Because that could take me a couple, well, initially it's going to take me probably about 2 hours of work tonight that I am going to have to do tonight, for sure. And then hopefully within about 3 days, I'll have a couple more hours of stuff to do with that. And maybe that'll be the end of it. Hopefully, we'll see. I don't remember what the wait period is for that. So, yeah, I got to do that. I kept putting it off, going, okay, I have till May, back in March. And yeah, totally about slipped my mind, man. I can't believe I did that. I need to set up, I need to use and figure out how to use calendars and all that stuff to keep track of some things. Is I'm more of a post-it guy, and I remember a lot of stuff, but I don't remember everything. If I need to remember it, I normally make a post-it note about it. And but when it comes to sometimes when they're months out, you know, several months out, I do kind of seem to forget about those a little more often. So, man, I'm glad I thought about it, but piece of paper over here. I almost just went to write it down so I don't forget myself again. That's been the biggest thing. I'll remember it at certain times, going, well, I can't take care of it right now. I'll remember to do it later tonight. And I forget to do it later that night, so. Where are we at here? 34? Oh yeah, we're doing good. We won't get this one probably done tonight in the stream, but I will actually probably finish it up tonight overall, just to, since I have everything out. Depending on, I mean, these don't take forever long. I mean, we were finishing one up in an hour easy through the stream, and if we're going to get a good chunk of this done before that, you know, we could, I might have 20-30 minutes left to do on it later tonight. I went from having a plan tonight of knowing exactly what I was going to do tonight what I could do, what was going to get accomplished, and everything that I had planned up until 5 minutes ago, none of that will now happen. I can guarantee you that tonight. It can't happen. Now that I got this other thing, yeah, it won't happen. I mean, I can probably get a little bit of it, but yeah. Oh, do. I wish I had to put my videos on there. I had to delete everything out of my OBS today. I guess I didn't have to once I figured out what I was doing wrong and how it kind of wanted to work. But yeah, all the little slideshows I had created of some of my other stuff, and the videos that I'd done in the past of doing the coiling and all that I had in there ready to go, and now they're all gone. I mean, it won't be hard to put them back in per se, but it's kind of nice to have those things there where I could just throw them up on occasion and say, hey, look at this. Excuse me. Alright, a couple more rings here, and then I can finally not have to worry about it flipping around. That's the worst part on doing it in this. If I let go of this, put it down, I gotta make sure I put it down properly and make sure I grab the ring the right way so everything's still leaning right and doesn't flip. Once you start getting a flip in this, oh man, it is such a pain in the butt to get unflipped sometimes. I mean, you just start one way and then you just constantly, and you're like, how did I get it to flip, 20 times by the time I'm done, when it was, because every time it's like, I can't keep going. It's like, how did it flip that many times? Alright, that will be the last one to connect it, and then the flipping will be done. Kind of working over to the edge here, aren't I? I'm trying to keep it centered. I kind of like it when I having these side cameras on the way I'm doing them now, trying to center it within that. So, alrighty, let me get this tape off here. There we go. See, now it'll dangle, but it won't flip. No matter which way, it's just not enough to make it flip. So, it can twist, but it won't completely flip on you. Alrighty, so it was 2 rows of those. On to the next size. Yeah, here's something I was working on. I think this was, I was trying to work on inverted round, kinged inverted round. No, I got too many in there for that. That wasn't this. That was something else I was working on. I do remember. No, it's got to be right. These two. Yeah. Yeah, it was too tight. That was the thing. At least in this size. Couldn't quite get it to pull up. There's just not quite enough room to get it to pull around to do kinged inverted round. So I think I need to try one size bigger. I'll have to pull those apart eventually. Do I want to do it now? No. Why is my phone going off? I don't like it when it's beeping that much. Alrighty. So we got 2 rows of these to do. Where are we at? Just at 30? Oh, we're at 40 minutes now. Well, so we got 20 minutes. We'll get a good chunk done here. There's only, 21 rings in these for each row. Each circle, whatever you want to call it. There's not a ton of rings. This row will kind of tighten up that first row. That helps. But again, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like, share, all that good stuff. If you're watching this live or if you're watching this later, you can do those then also. Let me know any thoughts and stuff on how the new look is. If you're catching it new, if you've caught us before, or if you're new, just let us know. Give us some ideas what you'd like to see. when it comes to either the look or something you want to see us build on the stream. I'm more than willing to take some ideas. I want to have some fun with it and be a little interactive here. I also want to give a shout out to Sean over at Mailworks. I'm wearing one of his shirts right now. He's a chainmail at heart, and his streams are he builds chainmail, but his business store online is printed apparel type things. So go check that out. I need to make sure that I put a link in here. I try to on it, but it's Mailworks. You can find him on Facebook and his own website, and streams on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook also. So those are the three we do. And you can see at the bottom of our screen now, I put up the days that we are streaming. So hopefully that'll keep people a reminder. I could probably do more streams, but I don't want to overwhelm it too much. So, you know, I figured, you know, when I first started doing it, after I was doing the flag, that's what made me do the stream. But after that, it was like, what am I going to do? So we set it up to do 3 different nights where we're working on a medium project, a small project, and a large project. Try to have a little fun, so it's something a little different every week. Or through the week. I mean, I had fun doing the flag, the Chiefs flag for Vicky. But we were streaming it, you know, 5, 6, 7 nights a week. Which was actually kind of fun in a way. I didn't mind that. You know, it'd be kind of fun to do another inlay project for somebody. And so you're working on it, you know. When it's a paid thing, you work through it faster, you know. The current inlay would have been done a long time ago if it was a commissioned piece, so. Being it's just for, not really myself, just kind of to show off. Been slow poking it for sure. Let me go ahead real quick before I do forget. Let me see here. I need to get another plug-in mouse for this. I hate this waking up this mouse. And I'm so used to a trackball mouse anymore. Using a normal mouse confuses me. I don't know how to work them anymore. Okay, let me see. At MAIL. Hey, it came up after MAI. Mailworks. So there's a link to Mailworks. Should be able to click on it. Take it to his Facebook page, and from there... Oh, did I... what in the world? Okay. It showed me posting it, at least on my little thingy here, Mailworks link like 3 or 4 times. I didn't do that. I pushed you once. But go over there, like I said, Sean over at Mailworks. He's a good guy. I like going checking out his streams. He streams 9 o'clock my time, so 9 o'clock Central. I think he's a Sunday through Friday. And some of the days, depending. I mean, he's busy. He's got a youngin', so, I mean, I get it. I would have definitely never been able to do any kind of live streaming or anything like this years ago with my kids. Now that they're, you know, they're all out of school, or, you know, the youngest is going to college, but nothing I need to do, you know, to go follow her around other than, you know, graduation and all that stuff, but, you know. But go over there, check him out. Like I said, he's a pretty good dude. I haven't... Okay, yeah, I'm not seeing anything. I forgot to look over my YouTube. I'm not seeing any chat in YouTube, but... Yeah, I complained most of this year that things just weren't going good. They weren't going bad, but it was like constant just ugh. The ugh has still been there, but it has been less of an ugh. It's more of now just more of a instead of an ugh. Few things, I mean, got the laser, that's going to be nice, and it's a pain getting it set up, so there's the little ugh. You know, buying a new mower to be able to mow was a big ugh for the money it cost, but now that it's here, It's making lawn work so much easier this year compared to last year. We were just having to push mow it all, and granted the son was able to do a lot of that and help, but was still a pain in the butt for him and me, so it's nice to be able to get that out of the way. Other than the UGG was definitely the money. Freaking lawnmowers are not cheap, man. I spent more on a lawnmower than I seriously bought my first. Let's see, first car was $900. Second car, that was it would have been the B210. I think it was $600. Third car, it was a piece of crap, but I think it was like $300. Needed a lot of work to get going, but I mean, seriously, I'm trying to think. The first car that actually cost more than this mower was probably not up till about, because yeah, even the Thunderbird we bought years ago was $1,800. So yeah, it would have been the first. That one minivan I think we spent $3,000 on. So yeah, my first at least 8 cars were less than what this lawnmower just cost us. And I got a cheap one, man. There's the lawnmowers are insane. Yeah, it'd be nice to. I mean, I don't have a huge lawn. I think we're on a third of an acre, so I mean it's not small, but it definitely takes just a little too much for me for a push mower. Now, granted, self-propelled push mower help. That's what we did the first. I guess the first 7-8 years we lived here, we push mowed, and we did have a decent push mower, and it wasn't too bad. Getting harder and harder as I'm getting older. That mower took a dump, and so everything we've had since kind of sucked. I kind of bought one that was similar, but it was used, just never quite worked right. Then we had the rider, and so then it didn't really necessarily matter as much. And then last year we had a really tiny, small, battery-powered electric mower. Now, I love it. It's light. It doesn't need to be self-propelled. I'm okay with that. Biggest thing with it was its cut width was so small, it took a lot longer to mow, and you normally took 2 days because the batteries. If I had more batteries, I could have gone and finished it, but it works great right now with having the rider, because it works great as a cut-in. If you just need to get around the fence line, this and that, things you need to get closer to, it's nice and light. You can get right in there. So it's what I had planned when I bought it. But when I bought it, shortly after that's when our old rider went out, and so it's been kind of, so hopefully, I mean, it definitely has felt a lot better. I like doing lawn work in a way, but I don't in other ways. So I think the biggest thing is just having the right equipment makes it nice and easier. When you don't have the right equipment, sometimes that can bog you down, and you can still do it. It just takes, twice as long to do it, and that's what kind of bums you out. You're like, do I want to spend twice as long? Or, if I had the right equipment, I could get it done quicker and be nicer. So that's how it always is, though. I mean, yeah, I could build a lot of things out of wood with just a handsaw, but boy, a nice table saw and a bandsaw makes it a lot easier. Yeah, I could sound over corners, make nice roundovers by hand. With sander and files and little hand planers and stuff, but a router makes it a lot easier. My phone is still ding-a-linging at me. Oh, I hate that phone. I don't ever know what it's going to do. For some reason now, somebody calls, it no longer lets me know that I missed a call. It'll let me know if I missed a message that I haven't seen, but a call, it doesn't. And normally you'd come up and if somebody left you a message, a voicemail, it'd come up and you could just, what do they call it? Automated? No. Animated voicemail? I get this weird animated voicemail error whenever somebody leaves me a message, and I didn't know that. I didn't realize people were leaving me messages. Because normally, for years and years, it just pop up and say, here's a message, you can play it from your phone. And I guess now people leave messages, and I get this error thing that it's letting me know I have a message, but then there's no way I can hear them on my phone right now for some reason. I have to call the voicemail number that's on the phone to get my voicemails and listen to them that way. I don't know what the deal is. I hadn't had any problem up till... I remember the first time I got this weird error message was probably about 8 months ago. And I didn't know what it was. I mean, nothing seemed to stop, didn't think about it. And it wasn't until 2 weeks ago, I actually got a message, and he called me right back, and I picked up because I just wasn't right by the phone right then. He called right back because he wanted to leave more to his message. And he's like, yeah, I just called you. Excuse me, I just called you a minute ago and left you a message. I was like, dude, I do not have anything that says I have a message. And I said, I can see a thing that says I missed a call, but nothing about a message. So after we got done talking, I went and looked, and sure enough, I had all kinds of messages that I had missed over the past months that were on there that I had no idea I had. I don't know what the deal is with that or how to fix it. Alright, so that was 2 of those, right? 1, 2, 1, 2. So on to the next size. So, yeah, we might get almost finished up with this. Where are we at now? 50? 50? Yeah. 52? No, 50. 51. 51, 52, whatever it takes. Now we need... Oh, that was close. Rolled right around and came right back around to me. It was awful nice ring. He did a loop-de-loop and came right back to me. So I just got 3 rows of these to do. Like I said, we will be adding a 4th to each one of these in this size. I don't think I'm going to need a 5th, but I don't know yet. Like I said, until I can put them together, I'm probably going to test it. If I can't get those wire coiled up, I could just test it with a key ring. They're 1 inch. They'd give me the basic idea if it's going to work or not before I go coiling up. 1 inch stainless. So I'm sure I'd use them for something. I mean, I normally do have some 1 inch welded up, but I actually did have some, but I didn't have a whole lot left, and I'm not sure where I put it when I moved everything around. It was hanging on my wall, on my pegboard, on my desk here, my table, workbench, whatever. And he got put up and I haven't found it since. I'm sure I probably have run across it and going, okay, I'm gonna have to reorganize it, because I had a bunch of oddity rings hanging in bags on my wall. The 1 inch stainless, they were a little thinner than what you would normally want in 1 inch. But they were specific what I needed for. I had some welded up titanium in 7/16, I believe. And I don't remember what I bought them for. I bought them and then just totally forgot what I was getting them for, and they just kind of hung there, and they've been sitting there for like 2 years now. Now probably coming up on 3, but I found them and hung them again. So sometimes I just have those odd rings like that. So I know I've got some, and I mean, I do have some, well, I have 1 inch aluminum, but it's bigger round than I'd want to use for it, and that would throw off. I think the key ring will be closer to the gauge. It's not perfectly round, but I think it would give me a better representation than the aluminum thicker ones would, so. Seems like I've heard this one a limited times now. Need to find some different. I tried to play around with getting the audio, music, background automated, and I just kind of ran out of time. I finally got to the point where I'm not going to be able to figure this out right now. I mean, it was coming in after I got all the other stuff finally figured out, so I was just happy enough to stop where I was. It's like, well, at least right now, because I do have one cord that's just dangling across the floor that I'm going to have to, again, temporarily put up till we move this other camera, then I'll permanently put it up. But I was afraid to touch too much after I did my test, because it was like, it's working. I don't want to touch anything. It's been a while since I've had some trouble-free streams. Here lately, it's either the internet, my sound, my video, and then we've been circling all those. One night it's the internet, next night it's me. My audio screwed up or something. Next night's the internet again. Next night's the video on my side. So it's like, it just all needs to stop. Give me a nice even keel and I'll be happy. Let's see here. So, and we are coming up close, so I am going to kind of start my ending spiel, I guess. Hopefully I can actually start getting longer into over my hour once things kind of start settling down. Like I always say, I want to go minimum of an hour. I'd like to go an hour and a half. I'd like to end up just, in my stream when it's time to get to Sean's stream. Though I like to have a few minutes myself. Once I'm done with the stream, I like to, if I'm hungry, at least grab a little something to bite to eat. Normally you have to go, sitting here for a little while. Might have to go potty. So, take care of any quick needs, so. But I always want to at least get my hour. If I can go longer, I will. But right now, I just had so many other things going on that I just had a harder time getting in past my hour. Though I will say, if somebody wants to commission an inlay, and you want it to be constantly shown, I can stream every night working on an inlay. I don't mind it. It's a pain, but I still enjoy it. Commission piece always makes me push a little harder, work a little bit more. Like I said, it's just easier to do, so. But anyway, I do want to thank everybody that does watch us. If you join us live, drop in for a little bit at any point in time, or if you watch us later, it's great to have you doing it. If you can give us a thumbs up, a like, a share, a subscribe, all that good stuff, let people know we're out here. Any of those little things help with getting us out there, letting people know we're active, we're doing stuff. Come join us. Give us ideas, see what we're doing, all that good jazz. So, I do thank you all for doing that. Everybody that's made purchases from us over the past, since we've been doing it, I do appreciate it. I mean, the past, and we're going on 8 years now, being in business and doing chainmail, so I do appreciate everybody over those 8 years. Because in all honesty, if it wasn't for any of you guys, I would have never been able to continue growing it. Started it as a little thing, going, hey, who knows? And I've been able to slowly continue growing it through the years. Am I going to get rich? No. Do I want to get rich? Yeah. I'm happy building, and if I can just kind of continue doing what we do, make some money, continue growing the company, getting us a little bigger, a little bit more. I mean, as you can see with everything we keep adding to, we're slowly growing. So I do appreciate all of it. Don't forget to give us any reviews too. We can use some reviews on our Facebook page or our website if you've bought stuff from us. Definitely trying to, I don't like necessarily begging for reviews, but I could use some. I use reviews when I go check out things, so, what do other people do? And I don't leave reviews for everything, for things I get, but I try to, especially with smaller companies. Like myself, personal business is hard to grow, so. Also, don't forget, check us out on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube. We're on all those, so check us out on all those, and we'll stream every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. So we will be back this week again on Wednesday. Like I said, we might change up Wednesday from small project night. We might do an inlay on Wednesday and Thursday this week. Just kind of start getting that wrapped up. But we'll see how it goes. But we will be here Wednesday night streaming. So, I think that's about my spiel. Like I said, I don't have any kind of written script here. Probably sound better if I did, but then I'd feel like whenever I read something from a paper, I feel like I become a robot, and sometimes I get monotone, I think. And sometimes I read too fast. I don't even know what I'm saying. So, yeah, you know. Hold on. Wow. Sorry, I had to pause for a second. I wanted to see what the closed caption would pick up when I just started talking real fast, where I didn't even know what I was saying. But it actually got it 95% correct. That was a little impressive and a little scary. So I think we'll leave it on that point tonight. So anyway, guys, again, I do thank you all for joining us. Check us out and all that. Don't forget to check us out. Check it at the bottom here, Monday, Wednesdays, Thursdays. Give it a thumbs up, give it a like, check all that out. Check out our Facebook page. We got a ton of pictures that we've had through the past 8 years now. We're just growing pictures and pictures. So you all have a great night, and we will check you out on Wednesday night. So peace.